Hey guys, welcome. My name is Luthais, and yes, welcome to a Garen gameplay where we end up being 4v5 with one guy AFKing. And yeah, we basically got to discuss ways to improve our gameplay, okay, and teach each other a few things to enjoy this game a lot more. And the starting screen is where I feel a lot of us just wait to get the game over with, or just to get into the game. Maybe we look at the mastery points, later on when we play ranked games. But I feel this screen where we wait a lot is very important to understand what kind of champions we're playing against. Or do we have to get ninja tabbies? Do we have to get merc treads? What are we going to struggle with? I'm Garen. I'm going to struggle against Ashe. How much danger is Darius going to be? Cho'Gath can slow me, and Poppy is a really bad matchup for me, and just try and strategize what we're going to do beforehand. So a lot of time gets wasted by players just having downtime or chatting, typing in chat because they're raging or getting angry at other players, and really not enjoying themselves. And immediately I knew that armor was going to be a big deal here, okay? Always look at the majority, don't focus on one guy. I feel if one guy is carrying the entire game, then maybe you can try and counter him, but usually it would be better just to send your whole team after him, so you guys can share in the bounty, try and turn the game around. And then a lot of people that played various champions knows what their skills are, but they don't know the details and they don't know how to apply those skills in every situation. Which I am like, if we have to go on a report card, I'm probably at a 2 out of 10, regarding that. I know how to play with Garen, but I don't think about it actively every time I'm in a hairy situation. So yeah, of course I'm against Poppy, and I took Q first, which isn't too bad for poking. As you can see, poking is very good, but it's quite bad for farming. Of course, using your spin to farm, isn't very good, because you'd like to freeze lanes sometimes, but in this game at the moment where we haven't got a jungler, it doesn't really matter. But one thing I can already see is that I missed 2 CS. It's 42 gold right there in the beginning. Okay, yeah, definitely Ashe makes the right decision. Although she's recalling on this side of the tower, I think it's better to go to the back of the tower. Maybe she wants to poke as she's going away. And yeah, Poppy coming out of tower is a bit dangerous here. I know she slammed into the wall, but I think it would be better to come around us and slam us into the wall underneath the tower. Get a bit of more free damage. Me getting the first kill here, nothing special. It's just her, not really playing very well and not really she wanted to engage while there were 2 champions on her, which is never a good idea. Okay, when you get ganked, when the whole team comes after you in your lane, hanging back and getting away are very, very important decisions. Okay, normally a whole team's gonna come after you if they feel you're quite strong or if their teammates are complaining about you. So normally you don't want to give that bounty away. Okay, so if it's only 2 or 3 guys and you think you're strong enough, stand underneath your tower, try and outplay them, but if you feel you're in some deep trouble, if you've got any feeling that the whole team is going to come after you, I think the best thing would be just to back off. Or if you feel the whole team's coming after you, come down under your tower and make sure that your teammates are in a position where they can pressure, an objective, a dragon, a baron. If you're in top lane, it's better for them to pressure to get the dragon. If you think you want them to take baron, rather swap to bottom lane, pressure the bot lane, so that the whole team can come under you. So if you want to split push, always be on the opposite side of the map to the objective that you want your team to take, you know, and try and communicate with your team. At the moment, I'm not really worrying about the opposing team. You know, we're 5-1 ahead. Set, for one or another reason, is just out of the game. Okay, so here we are basically 4v5. Okay, so yeah, I'm under pressure, but again, just hanging back, and you can see how much damage these guys do if I just come forward for a little while. You know, just to try and get some CS, they can really put me under a lot of pressure. But of course, I'm staying behind my tower, you know. A tower you can use as a shield, you know, especially if someone's trying to get a hit up on you. You know, you can use the tower to run around it. But of course, yeah, I'm just trying to be patient, using my passive, you know, to heal while I'm not getting any damage. Just seeing what they do when I move closer, but of course Poppy is keeping the front line nicely. Ashe is at the back, like she should be. Again, Poppy tries to put pressure, and she goes in on me. She shoves me under the tower again. Okay, which is, again, guys, especially when you engage. Like, Set also has a cool ultimate. I see a lot of Set characters just slamming people, you know, randy dandy into any direction when they've got the tower right behind them, you know. Here, Ashe really put some pressure on me, but I think she was a bit late, okay? And of course, I'm using my W actively. I see I've got my flash up, but I'm trying to see. She's staying quite close, okay? She's definitely poking. She's using auto attacks. She isn't really freezing me, and that's there she basically froze me, but you know, I already got the Q off on her, and she didn't even try to escape there. But yes, when you're poking a tower like that, you have to crowd control the champion, you know, or the threats. And you know, poking me with the slow arrows would have helped her a heck of a lot. There you can see Kha'Zix is already doing a lot. He got the dragon. So at this moment, I can see that, you know, sorry, that Kha'Zix is really doing a good job. He's being active there. He got another, you know, assist on Darius. So yes, I can see Kha'Zix is playing a very active role. They unfortunately just overstays his welcome a bit. I am farming the jungle because my CS score is really bad, guys. Now this is one thing I want you guys to focus on. We've got certain targets, okay? And for you guys that have been watching me from my first day, of course I'm titling the videos differently because soon, you know, we're going to play normal games in jungle. And I am going to show you guys every single game I play, but I'm going to try and cut it, you know, try and cut the boring parts out. So every time we go into a fade transition, you know, we're just fast forwarding a bit forward. Here you guys can see, although I try to gank her, I don't have boots, okay? Now, never mind her being able to slow us. If you want to engage on people, boots are extremely important, okay? Or, you know, getting something that helps you engage or slow the people that you want to engage on. But she basically escaped here, and every time I think I've got a gap, I'm pressuring the map. I see 3 people in mid. I saw one guy, you know, in bot lane. So it's a great time to push. Okay, I know if someone's gonna come after me, it might just be one guy, and I know my guys are handling a lot of pressure down in mid lane. Okay, so I want that pressure that they're sustaining, you know, or even if the enemy kills them, I want it to add up to something. Okay, so Poppy can't join anyone, she has to come down. And yes, trying to do anything underneath the tower is not good. She's definitely building tank items, as I can see. And yeah, just being active. Since, you know, we haven't really got a jungler in the game, getting as many camps as possible is good. And as Garen, you know, they buffed his spin to monsters, so of course he clears camps quite nicely, which helps a lot. Get my CS a bit better because my CS really stinks at this moment. And again, Ash, you know, not really thinking, she's walking right into me there. She hasn't fired one shot on me, guys, which basically makes it so that Cho'Gath has to run away. You know, if she engaged on me immediately, she could have frozen arrowed me, you know, as soon as she saw me behind her. Then she could, you know, then she could have poked me to death while Cho'Gath is slowing me. So there's a lot of things they could have done here. And at the moment, I'm wasting time chasing after Cho'Gath, but he still gets me to the lane, okay, which I want to push. I always want to have lane pressure, okay. Lane pressure is very, very important. Again, I see 3 people on the map, so, you know, I already know Cho'Gath ran away from me, so maybe there's 4 people, you know, so if Ash comes here, I've got no problem. But again, the pressure that my team, you know, is putting on the map, I want to use to the max, okay? And we're already ahead, guys. When you're ahead, do not chase kills, okay? I feel that is what a lot of people do that are mechanically extremely good, you know, but they don't really focus on objectives, which that's how you win the game, okay? So when you're ahead on kills, and you've got the itemization, don't try and engage constantly, because you're going to get yourself in a situation, you know, where they 4v1 you or 5v1 you, and then you give away a big bounty, you know, and you give them a chance to catch up. While you're ahead, put pressure, and, you know, a good teammates would be the ones that see you putting pressure, you know, split pushing a lane, and then them just hanging back underneath the tower. So making sure that they don't lose the tower, but making sure they waste as much time as they can. And even if the enemy backs off, you know, they need to follow up on that. So, you know, that it takes the enemy very long to get to me. Here I can see a lot of people, you know, on the map. My lane is not very pushed. None of the lane, you know, bot lane is pushed, but again, this was just because I knew people weren't really roaming. Mid lane, you know, they are under a lot of pressure, and mid lane didn't really come up to me a lot, so I just took a chance there, but it could have gone against me very, very badly. And another thing that I have to work on here, guys, the amount of time I'm spending in the shop, okay? If you want to, I don't really want to become a pro. I'm not going to become a pro with 200 ping, but I want to improve my game as much as possible, to enjoy it and to make it as fun for my teammates as possible. That doesn't mean winning all the time, but that definitely means not feeding and using my head, okay? Trying to make good decisions, not making unnecessary mistakes, and all the unnecessary mistakes I make will cause some teammates to rage, okay, or to troll. And not that I would really mind about that, okay? We're not worried about scores here or everything or anything, you know. If we lose a game, it's fine, as long as we can improve. That is the only thing that is important to us, okay? And the more teammates we can get to honor us, so that they can tell us, you know, we were great to play with, or we did good shot calling, you know, or we had a good game. That is what we are after. We are after, you know, people enjoying themselves with us, and then most importantly, us enjoying ourselves, okay? But enjoying ourselves doesn't mean we're trolling. It doesn't mean, you know, we're just taking kills like everyone else. It still means we're playing the game, and we try and get to the best rank we can, okay? Now, we're quite a way away from ranked. Although I've got another account, I want to start this account with you guys. I want us to learn together, and I want the, you know, the guys that are really mechanically good and feel, you know, they can teach the community something, to leave your comments, you know, down below. I am telling you what I'm unhappy with, but please leave the comments down below where you think I could improve, you know, or where you think the enemy made a major mistake. Throughout the videos, not this video, this game, you know, this game was quite easy because I had Kha'Zix and Aatrox not doing too badly, and I was putting on pressure all the time. At least here I don't really have to go through my you know, like Conqueror and stuff like that. I think I'm on Domination, and that's what they do, you know, before you level 9 or something. I'm not sure about the levels. But again, I'm level 13, you know, I'm 2 levels above them, but it's about the pressure, okay? Israel is bot lane. I can see, not Kha'Zix, man. I can see them in mid lane, Cho'Gath. I can see Cho'Gath in mid lane. So, again, I'm just, you know, just applying the pressure, using my passive nicely. So, yeah, you know, the fact that I can heal constantly. And then, yeah, just looking for picks. Okay, again, I know Ashe is not having a great game. And, yes, now that I've got boots, I can catch her. You guys will remember in the beginning I could hardly ever catch her, where I told you you need boots. Okay, so the fact that I've got fully upgraded boots with my Q helps me a heck of a lot. And even with Ghost, she couldn't get away from me. Okay, and yes, you might think, you know, why focusing Ashe? Because I know Poppy is going tank. Okay, so Cho'Gath and Poppy are the only 2 people that I really want to focus on, because they are the damage dealers at the end of the day. And yes, sure, they're not doing a lot of damage now, but I can see, you know, that they are going to be the guys who at endgame have got items, you know, to maybe turn the game around. And yes, it might seem impossible at this moment to turn a game around, but that is very important. And as you can clearly see, Poppy is very tanky, and she's got the, you know, she's not that far behind. And yes, Ashe isn't doing a heck of a lot of damage now, so nothing for me to really worry about. But yeah, that was just to get Poppy out of the equation, okay? But Poppy isn't really the one that we want to focus on. Clearly, if we can catch Ashe, you know, it's going to help a lot, and just take her out of the game. We are 5v4, so we'd like, you know, it's not a bad idea to get her out of the game. Getting a tower shot there unnecessarily is very, very bad. The fact that I'm standing still here is bad as well, because there's a nice wave, you know, in mid lane, and I could have gone to mid lane quite quickly, and then I could have gone to bot lane, okay, to try and push those waves. And there's a dragon up, so the fact that we're wasting such a lot of time here isn't the greatest. I mean, right through this fight, if they, you know, if they were in, how can I say, if they knew how to focus people, you know, not worry too much about Kha'Zix, which isn't doing a heck of a lot of damage at the moment. They were 5v4 here, guys, and we were low, okay? They could have killed us very easily, so it was basically just a waste of time. I needed to stay a bit to protect my teammates, but again, as I say, you know, there's waves, and you need to clear the waves. You need to have lane pressure constantly. So again here, lanes isn't pushed, but I see 3 people top, 2 people in mid, and I'm using that opportunity to get an objective. Okay, so even you can see I pushed bot lane quite a bit. Okay, so I'm getting bot lane pushed, and I got the dragon, so I'm focusing on the objectives. But I see there is a problem with you know, top lane. I don't want them to push us for free, and I mean, I did all that work to, you know, push that lane right into their base. So we just have to repeat that. Okay, again, we've got the 2 squishies, if you can put it that way, you know, the 2 damage dealers who aren't doing a lot of damage at the moment. But again, it's important to take them out of the game if we can, because late game, you know, they will do quite a bit of damage. Again, Ashe using the ghost there to get away, and then Cho'Gath getting me really, really nicely there. He got me a few times with those slows, so yeah, my dodging there wasn't too great. Again, I've got 3 levels on him, and yeah, chasing him is not the point. Pushing the lane is the point, guys. You know, not getting the kills, playing the game, focusing on the end goal. that is winning. Okay, so again, focusing, focusing the creeps. At 25 minutes, I've got 133, CS. That's about 5 CS a minute. Yeah, very bad, very bad. Your target, okay, I won't say it's terrible, but I mean your target is 10. Okay, at 10 minutes, you'd like to have 100 CS. Okay, but of course, if you're fighting a lot, it's not going to help. Darius got the stacks on me, bleeding stacks. I'm worried, and Ash is slowing me, but luckily I'm just waiting here a bit. As I'm playing, I'm trying to figure out, how to counter the crowd control a bit. I haven't got Merc Treads, which isn't that great, but I've got the Q. So all I'm doing is I'm waiting for it to hit me with those slow arrows, and then pressing my Q right after. And then, of course, using the plants with my passive to just keep the pressure, guys. Keep the pressure. And if you keep the pressure, if you keep on getting all the experience, that is the biggest way of out-leveling them at the end of the day. Okay, yes, getting back to get an item is great. But if you keep getting kills, if you keep staying in your lane, applying pressure, and being close to creeps or monsters dying, you're really gonna get far. And here I can see no one is helping here. Kha'Zix is a bit too far, and I don't want them to get this tower. Okay, I really don't want them to get this tower. So they are clearly pushing, top lane hectically. So I'm gonna have to push top lane, but the thing is, at some point we're gonna have to get Baron. Okay, so yeah, we just put a lot of pressure on them. I had all my teammates close to me, so I called, for us to go for the Baron. We've got items on them, we've got levels on them. So, even if they come, I'm not too worried. All I want is for all 4 of us to be together. You can clearly see they're wasting time there, dealing with a creep wave. They go in bot again, which is nice, because I push top lane, so they feel they have to change up their strategy, otherwise we could collapse on them. But yeah, with the Baron, it's always good to get our items. I'm using this large cannon, to hit the tower. I've got 2 cannons here, which is helping a heck of a lot. And again, they pushing bot, which is dangerous, but I'm using this. I know there's cover. I know Kha'Zix is there. He's not a walkover, and we need to close up this game, because if these guys get, here you can see there are 3 towers, so the Baron push was really great. But here you can clearly see, okay, with the numbers advantage, they can get back into the game. Okay, it's not impossible. And the thing is, if we let this game go on 50 minutes or an hour, because we can't close up the game, they're going to get to their final ball, okay, which is going to change the game completely. Then there's no level advantage, then there's no itemization advantage, then it's literally 4v5, and your gold doesn't matter. Even if I gather 10,000 gold, if I've got my full build, I've got my full build. And that is the thing. If you've got pressure early, go for it. This game was 32 minutes long, and the biggest reason for that was the fact that we were only 4 people, and I had to run around constantly pushing out the lanes. Okay, I won't say Kha'Zix was bad with that. He played more like a jungler. Aatrox, he kept the pressure, but I really felt I had to be running around a lot. Okay, and again, my CS score got a bit better, but still really poor. So I really have to improve on my creep score. And here Kha'Zix was with me. Where is he now? He's just hanging back there. So yeah, I'm getting my ass kicked here, and I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if he was pushing a creep wave or whatever the case may be, but I thought with him by my side, I mean shit, he's level 18. I thought with him by my side we could clear that very quickly. But luckily, you know, luckily, because I put pressure on the damage dealers, it wasn't that bad. And yeah, he asked for assistance. Great. Okay, I would have probably followed him in any case, but again, you don't have to type in chat. Okay, just use the ask for assistance. Watch out, you know, the normal indicators that you can use to communicate with your teammates. So yeah, very important for him to tell me to focus on the 4th dragon, which helps us a heck of a lot. And again, they're dealing with the wave and a few of my friends. It's clearly super minions, you know, that's keeping them busy. And again, I'm just pushing the waves in. We've got 3 inhibitors, you know, and here I am just pushing. Kha'Zix's hanging back again. I don't really know. While I'm taking everything, I expect him to come in and, you know, wipe the floor with him, but I just don't know. He played really well. I mean, he got the most kills in the game, but I do feel, you know, he focused on kills a bit too much. But overall, he played a very nice game. His communication was good. He helped a lot. You know, he helped a lot of players, and yeah, you know, his pressure was constant. He's clearly looking for picks, but I would have loved them to just come in here, you know, just go apeshit. So here he's coming in, but he's just doing damage and going away. I understand he's waiting for his cooldowns, but and he's going for Ash, which is great. But yeah, I would have just wished for him to go more ham here. If you've got an opportunity to close out the game and you've got a lead like this, playing scared or conservative is not a good idea, okay? Because you've got the lead now. That's not to say you're going to keep the lead forever. And yes, letting me go in, you know, and not covering me is bad, because clearly you can see they're dying, okay, but they're not really dying with me, okay? They're not diving with me. And if I die, I do give the other team 1,000 gold shutdown, okay? So my life is worth quite a lot. And again, Kha'Zix look where Kha'Zix is. He's in the jungle, okay? Now he's recalling. So yes, I died here, but that's where the difference comes in, guys. I mean, it is early levels, you know, these guys aren't pros, but that is where we can improve on, okay? If you've got a tank, if you've got a guy that's snowballing, if you've got a lead, make sure you back up your carries, okay? And I'm not really the carry. Kha'Zix is the carry in this game, but he needed to back me up because I'm the tank, okay? I can take the most damage. I've got my W. I've only got 2 damage items. I've got, you know, 2 defensive items, and I've got my warmongers here. Well, the warmongers just closed it up. I've got like 4,200 health with my W, you know, which is helping me to stay alive very long. If I had like 2,000 health, you know, I would have been killed like 3 times already. I gave them the gold, and now I'm just looking, you know, to close up. Again, Kha'Zix is in the base. Aatrox is catching up, and we 4v5, guys, you know, so I don't really know what happened here, but this is things that we all can focus on when we're playing with others, you know, just to close out the game better and improve on our skills. So yes, down in the comments below, you know, I'm going to be analyzing every single game of mine. I think I might have a Warwick game again, but I think we're going to have the jungle items, you know, play a normal game in the next game. So yes, still gave, you know, Kha'Zix the honor. Nice team player, okay. But yes, if you enjoyed this video, you know, do me a favor and click that like button. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe, because like I say, you know, we got really gonna walk a long path here, and we might end up with a really great clan, which the clan tag is of course gonna be FUN. You know, so yes, if you enjoyed this video, guys, thank you for spending time with me, and yes, see you guys in the next video. Cheers. Have a great day.